gonna start with Jake Paul versus. We're gonna start with the Ball brothers. We're gonna get the bullshit out the way first, okay? Because like none of us really think this is real boxing. Even though they swear up and down they try to be boxers, but I don't think it's real boxing. Well, it is real boxing, but I don't think they're real boxers. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll start with. Well, I want to hear what Vince has to say about Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather because he started to say something, and we told him to stop. So, what are your thoughts on Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather?
Right. So, my thoughts on Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. I think that this one's probably the least competitive fight out of all the ones that we're talking about. Out of all the 4 major fights that are coming up, this one's probably the least competitive. And I only say that because Floyd has made like world-class fighters look really dumb, from the likes of even like Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? Like a world-class fighter, from, Pacquiao to, to everybody, to Canelo Alvarez. Like, he's made all these world-class fighters look completely completely irrelevant in the ring, to the point where we questioned, why is he fighting this guy? Oh, this guy's terrible. And that's how it always looked every time Floyd fought. Now, the fight's going to do numbers because everyone wants to see Floyd lose. But I promise you right now, it's not going to happen. I mean, I don't bet, but this fight's going to be the least competitive. I think Floyd, I don't even know how many rounds it goes, but I don't think he loses a round to this guy. So I'll pass it off to Lamont. Let's see what you think, bro.
I think about the Mayweather fight, what bothers me is how much money is involved. So it's almost like I don't want to watch it at that point, and it's an exhibition. So, I mean, they might just sit in there and play around a little bit, and now you done paid your hard-earned money to watch it on pay-per-view, and you're not getting nothing from it. I feel like it's going to be like when Tyson fought. I can't think of who it was, but, I mean, everybody thought it was going to be like old Tyson, going to be a knockout.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what it's going to be.
Now, do you remember when Floyd fought the exhibition against that little Asian guy?
Oh, the little Japanese Asian guy? I'm sorry. There
was a Japanese guy.
From the one, and
there was an Asian Japanese guy who was like 1,000-0. He was 1,000-0, and Floyd, I think, put the dude to sleep within like 35 seconds, and that was an exhibition. So when I saw that, and Floyd put my man to bed, like 35 seconds, if I'm not mistaken, I might pull it up, but Floyd
it was
put
a
the
little
dude to sleep. It was a
because
little
Floyd
Asian guy, and
he knocked him down 3 times in the first round and was dancing. Right. And then said, I could do 9 rounds in my sleep. I got paid this much money for 2 minutes.
Right. So that's why I think Floyd's going to be. That's a good point.
I thought it was like they're not allowed to like knockouts or something like that.
Oh no, there'll be knockouts.
I mean, yeah, I think you can do I think it just doesn't go on your record. I think that's what exhibition means.
Yeah, it doesn't go on your record, and it's not so like if you're
8 rounds, right?
So like if Jake Paul gets dropped twice, they may stop it. They may stop it. Yeah, but it's definitely a real type of fight.
I think Jake Paul is going to get hurt. Logan Paul, I mean, I would like to see that. Like see Mayweather drop him.
Logan's fighting Mayweather.
But then with Woodley and Jake Paul, I think Jake Paul is going to get hurt. I mean, because I saw some of that dude's highlights, and I don't think he's going to come in there and hold back at all.
Listen, hold on. We got to get to that. We're going to get to that in a second. Jeremy, tell us what you think about Logan and Floyd.
I mean, me and you've talked about this. I mean, I think the fight's going to be boring. There's not going to be anything exciting about it. Just like Lamont said, there's so much money involved that makes it not worth to even pay for the pay-per-view to watch it. And I mean,
both dudes.
They're leaking some of the rules that they've got to follow. And like Logan, if he comes in 1 pound over, for every pound he's over 190 at weigh-in, Mayweather's fining him $100,000 a pound.
Yeah, but he outweighs Mayweather by a lot, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just that amount of money.
Yeah, I mean, Mayweather walks around literally at maybe 155 now.
I think he's so experienced, though. He's going to use like whatever he can against Logan Paul. And I feel like he's going to know how to use his height and his weight against him.
Right.
So what were you saying, Jeremy? So you don't think it's gonna be good?
No, I think it's good. I think it's going to be the most boring fight I've ever watched.
Did any of you guys watch the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all like it?
Of course.
Did you think it was interesting?
And
No.
I hate that they stopped it before Conor McGregor got knocked out. I didn't like that.
Okay, but this
They
is the
stopped
issue.
it, like right as he was going to sleep.
What we are forgetting is Floyd is a showman. He is an entertainer. Yes, his boxing fights with real boxers that can hurt him were boring as shit. They were hella boring because we got no, I love him. I love Floyd boxing. Like, I understand it's street science and the object is to hit without getting hit. I love Floyd. I think he is one of the greatest boxers of all time. But to most of the public, his fights were boring because he didn't engage in the combat style, the slug it out slugfest, the Rocky Marcianos, what Mike Tyson used to do. Even Muhammad Ali had his moments where he would sit there, blah, 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 and get him. So, but his fights, his build-ups are always entertaining. But ever since he retired, his fights have been highly fucking entertaining. Like, even that one fight that was like 2 minutes, he still entertained the shit out of him. Like, that kid was crying afterwards, and Floyd's like,
I just
like,
kind of
you
want it to be
can
real
see-
entertainment of like entertainment, though. Like,
but this is the issue.
I just don't want any stage stuff.
But my issue with this is, motherfucker, why do people keep trying athletes? Like, you know this, Lamont. You are an athlete. You play D2 basketball. You literally beat most of us when we play basketball. Like, it's not even fair. But why? Like, if you're gonna challenge him, he can't just go in there and whoop his ass because that's not Mayweather. Because if that was Mayweather, they wouldn't challenge him. He's not gonna go in there and dominate Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson, he's gonna go in there and make him look dumb, utterly dumb. I mean, I'm telling you, he's going to swing and hit nothing.
Fall. Right.
Like,
He's
I'm not
probably
like
gonna fall down.
it's not even like you guys are like, oh, it's not gonna be entertaining. Yes, the fuck it is. Because one or two things is gonna happen. Maybe he gets a lucky punch on Floyd, and then when he pisses Floyd off, he's gonna walk up and be like, oh, motherfucker, like on Great White Hype. Whoa, you for real. He gonna come up and beat the shit out of his ass. Or Floyd's just gonna make him look silly the whole entire fight and dance, and everybody's gonna clown him because he's not a real boxer. And they're gonna be like, this is what you get.
I just want to see Logan get hurt bad because of that shit he pulled in the Japanese Forest.
I don't think he'll ever get hurt bad because Floyd doesn't hurt anybody. Floyd hasn't hurt anybody since Victor Ortiz when he punched him that break thing when he kept headbutting him and he punched him and the referee called. But he hasn't knocked anybody out in like 8 years. I mean, yeah,
but he should
McGregor,
just because his brother stole his hat and then got a tattoo. So
yeah.
Got your hat.
Well, so Jake Paul said Floyd hit him with an uppercut, and he went back and told his brother, Floyd doesn't hit hard. You're going to beat his ass. That's literally what Jake Paul did an interview and said that shit. He's like, Floyd doesn't hit hard.
See, Floyd doesn't hit hard. He just hits you a lot. And that's the...
Mother, you
thing.
hit
Like, he doesn't hit you hard, but he's going to hit you like 300 times.
And you're not going to hit him.
To your 9. You might hit him 9 times, and he's going to hit you like 300, bro. Your face is going to be all like...
Does anybody remember like the Arturo Gatti and Mayweather fight where this is what we're about to get? One of my
favorites. Right.
This is what we're about to get. You're going to get a guy that Jake Paul or Logan Paul that comes in that, yes, you can knock out a lot of these guys and you probably could knock my ass out in a boxing ring. But at the same time, you are fighting the greatest. There were 49 real boxers. 49 of
50. Them. Well, yeah.
No. I said 49 real.
Right.
Only one of them dropped him.
Well, wasn't he 50-0 before McGregor?
No, he was 49-0. He was 49-0.
I think his boxing career was 50-0, and then he did a McGregor.
It was a really trash fight. I want to say.
So just to give you a heads up, he's 49-0 to tie Rocky Marciano. His 50th fight was against McGregor. His 49th fight was Andre Berto. And he didn't have any belts at that fight. So yeah, he retired at 49-0 because nobody else had done that besides him. And he didn't want to fight any of the up and coming people because he's getting older. He knew what was coming his way.
Do you remember the Ricky Hatton fight? I think that's the one I always think about with Mayweather.
Yeah.
The way he rocked him.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I always think
about. The ropes.
Those guys are dangerous. Logan Paul is not dangerous. I don't give a fuck if you've been training for the last year with the great Customato, who is no longer there, Teddy Atlas, Emmanuel Stewart. I don't give a fuck if you have them in your corner for a year straight. Floyd's still gonna beat your ass.
Right.
Because he's just seen way too much shit.
I mean, Nate Robinson is the perfect example of what Logan Paul is trying to do.
About this,
you see what happened to him.
Fight. Even once he got to like 40-0, his fights were very, very cherry picked. He picked Manny Pacquiao at the right time. He a lot of his fights, he did not take dangerous fights because he didn't have to. He was going to make money. Why would you? He doesn't take a fight that he thinks he's going to lose. Fucking Logan Paul has no shot. Yeah, he does. He has a shot that he may hit Mayweather luckily and piss him off.
That's not true, bro. He fought. We're not even talking about that, but he definitely fought some dudes that were good